It's always such a wild experience watching an episode like episode 5 of Sakamoto Days, being giddy, having a lot of fun, and just quickly taking a peek, wondering what people, just wanting to get the excitement out, see what people are saying. And then the first 10 top comments are, damn, what a failure. I'm like, oh, apparently I had a very different experience to the vast majority. Jesus, man. I'm not trying to say this is the best produced show of the season, and I've seen some panels from the manga, and I'm like, yeah, that's, in a perfect world, maybe it would look better, but, I'm not gonna complain that apparently I have more in common with the general Netflix watching crowd, because this is currently the most popular anime Netflix has ever released. I know Netflix didn't make it, but it's their license, right? So, you know what I'm talking about. It's their biggest release. Clearly people are loving it. But, like, I'm not saying people can't be disappointed as source readers, but it's just, like, usually when there's this big of a disconnect, like, the shit ain't popular, but, I guess it's the difference between the vocal minority and silent majority, because clearly the silent majority be watching and enjoying this, otherwise they wouldn't be coming back week after week, but, very different I wasn't expecting that. I just, like, top comments, one after the other, what a failure, oh my god, this was the first true test. Failure. And I'm like, oh, I'm out here with a grin on my face being like, huh, I wonder if Sakamoto, since apparently he really does get skinny and does the All Might transformation, maybe he's stockpiling calories and he waits for a surplus so he can do these powerful moves, and everyone else is talking about how ass the fights are. Apparently I'm on a different wavelength, but I'm completely fine with that because I thought episode 5 slapped personally. And of course, if you want to see my full thoughts on these episodes, we do got the Patreon, we got the full live reactions available exclusively if you want to support the channel. I was wrong. I thought it was a visual representation because sometimes what they like to do in these shows is, characters see something, but it's not actually physically happening. It's more of a representation. So, our boy, Hard-Boiled, seeing Sakamoto as his younger self, was like, oh my god, his aura was just more similar. He got serious. No, he actually got skinny. I don't know what the actual explanation will be. They kind of have a saving grace that there's already established powers in this world. Like, our boy literally puts his thoughts into people's head. It's not completely out of thin air for him to be able to do the All Might transformation, just instead of muscular to skinny, it's, skinny muscular to Santa Claus. And at first I thought I was just kind of memeing, but then the more I thought of it, the more I was like, I might be onto something. So I'm not sure what the math will be on this, but my headcanon, until they say otherwise, and if they never say otherwise, this is going to be my new lore. I imagine, given that within the span of a day, he went back to his blubber form. I think it'd be really funny if the explanation is that to power his current form, like to get to his optimal peak performance, he needs a surplus of calories. So, like, for those who don't know how weight loss works, if you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. So if your maintenance calories are 2,000 and you eat at 1,800 a day, you will slowly lose weight because you're under maintenance. I'm interested if, like, similar to like when you're losing weight and you're going to the gym, if you have excess fat, your body will use that as fuel. So I'm almost wondering if, like, he stockpiles, say, like 1,000,000 calories worth of food, and in his peak optimal form that, like, he uses it, and then, I don't know, like, it'd be a kind of a fun gimmick of a power, but I think it could work for some bullshittery. Also, just so many funny moments. I think legitimately this might be the funniest thing Sakamoto Days has done, and it's the very last thing that happens in the episode. So, apparently we're rolling with the fact that Lou is a hilarious alcoholic. Like, when she's drunk, she goes through so many different emotions. So, we're now established that the family now knows that, hey, like, he can't keep it a secret. Apparently that's rule number 6, no secrets from the family. We understand you didn't ask for these hitmen to come. Let's just, no killing. That's the main thing. Some people are still legitimately trying to screw them over. And to her defense, she did knock out a hitman. But not because she thought so. She's like, hey, what happened? She was so drunk that she just took like a wine bottle and smashed it. Like, could you imagine if that was just some grandma walking in trying to get her lotto scratchers? Lou's out here, drunken as can be, smashing bottles over customers' heads, having no idea that that was a hitman. And the fact, too, that after the hitmen get their ass beat, his little girl goes and gives them bandages, says, hey, Looks like you hurt yourself. This is like, we're getting to the point that I don't know if anyone's ever watched Bob's Burgers. Hilarious show, but some of the bullshit that family goes through, it's like that, but cranked up by 1,000 because now it's Hitman. I just find that so fun, man. That's what I mean. The show is just ridiculous. Like, yeah, I have seen the panels, and I would say, like, if they could make the fights even better than they are, absolutely, I would love that. But I like how they look as is. It has an older school feel to it, if anything. I'm not saying that maybe, like, the best fights in modern manga, like, a lot of people have said that. Sure, should it get the Demon Slayer treatment, you know, something like that? Probably. But I don't know, like, I think because it's a sillier show, like, I'm not saying there can't be intensity and serious moments, but the core thing about a man who goes, like, fat gum to skinny all might and just like all the silliness surrounding it, it's like, I don't know, it just kind of works. It has this old school feel meets a slight modern twist, and it works for me. I mean, I get comments saying that, like, oh my god, you're just shilling ass, and it's like, I'm not saying there aren't shows even this season that I'm like, why is no one else enjoying it like I am? But I don't think I'm a lunatic when it comes to Sakamoto Days, given that it continues to top Netflix's charts. I just think it's a very passionate manga fan base, which, hey, I think that's great. But it is getting wild to see the disconnect, because I thought we were past this, but no, apparently this episode failed the test for manga readers, and that sucks for them. I mean, I'm anime only. I'm having an absolute freaking blast, though. At this point, though, I think the best character is the wife. There's something just so hilarious with how normal she is, but how she adjusts to the BS. And just the fact that people will be trying to kill them, and they'll be like teaching the little girl how to ring up customers. And she's like, damn it, more people are trying to kill you again, hun. At some point, she's gonna like have like a baseball bat and slap someone in the face, I'm convinced. I'm loving the cast. I think they're hilarious. I think this show knows exactly what it wants to be, and I like the idea that as soon as we got to this amusement park, the formula changed rather than episodic. It now has longer structured arcs, and I think that's going to spell very good things for the future. You let me know your thoughts. I'm expecting a lot of upset manga readers because they didn't like the fight, which is, hey, your opinion, but I'm also expecting a lot of people who don't read the manga to be like, this is great. So probably a big disconnect in the comments, but you let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alrighty, so today we got Harry Truscott, Furno19, Pixelcaliber, and we also have Sign. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and remember to stockpile your calories, because never know when you're going to need them. Have a good one.